Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. How you all doing? I'm doing pretty good today. So I thought that I would do a video today because I've seen a couple of things over the last few days on posts of how partners don't understand what we go through and what don't understand our disease and things like that. And just how it is for us, we don't really understand. Okay, especially in the beginning. We don't understand Meniere's disease, and how many of us have actually heard of Meniere's disease before we get diagnosed with it? I never did. I didn't even know it was a thing. you know? So you got to think of it. They don't know, and it's hard for them. And it's an adjustment, not just for you, but for everybody that you're with, everybody that's around you. Okay, your families. It's an adjustment for them too. And sure, yeah, there's going to be the family member that doesn't understand, doesn't care, or acts like they don't care, or thinks you can take a pill and everything's fine. And it doesn't work that way. I was having a conversation this morning, and somebody was telling somebody about their vestibular problem, and the person said, "Oh, just get a vestibular implant put in," and they're like, well, it's not that easy because they don't have them yet. Because people like to cure us. And they did a video about that, or I posted a video about that yesterday. People like to try to cure us. But if we're talking about our partners, they don't understand, okay? Because they're looking at you and you're like, hey, you look fine. You don't look sick, so it can't be that bad. They don't understand that. Okay, just like everybody else doesn't understand it. And just because they're your husband or your wife or your partner, doesn't mean they're going to understand. Okay? My wife didn't understand when I first got sick. She didn't get it. She didn't understand it. When I got diagnosed with Meniere's disease, she didn't get it. I know I was lucky that she researched it and read a book about it, and I read a little bit of a book about it and stuff, but she still didn't get it after that. She didn't understand until she went to one of my doctor's appointments. Then she got it. Then she understood, and things have gotten better ever since. Not just with her, but with the rest of my family. So, we can't always expect everybody to understand what we go through because they're not going to. The only way they're going to know what we're going through is if they go through it themselves. And I'll tell you one thing, I don't want my family members going through this stuff. I don't want my kids going through it. I don't want my brother going through it. I don't want my wife going through it. I don't want anybody going through this. It's hell, But over time, all of them have learned to help me try to understand and be compassionate. The other thing is that us being Meniere's patients, we tend to think of what? Ourselves and how everything affects us. I can't hear the TV. I have no balance. I have no this. I have no that. You don't think about what you're doing. What you're doing, but you're not thinking about your partner. Okay, and all the partner's seeing is that you're thinking only of yourself and not even an inch of them. So it's kind of hard for them, and vice versa. There's partners that think about themselves and don't think about how you feel. So it goes both ways. And like I said, a couple of things that can help is therapy, whether it's yourself or a couples therapy can help. Bringing your partner, husband, wife to your ENT appointments, doctor's appointments. That's when my wife really started understanding. She went to my appointments and tries to go to them now. But yeah, so she got a better understanding of it. And there's just a whole bunch of things that you can find online and books and things like that. And even, direct to my YouTube channel. I've heard from people's partners saying, wow, I never understood what my partner goes through. Thanks for doing this. I've gotten those messages. So there's so many things that you can do. But I know I'm not in your situation. I can only talk about what worked for me and what I know. I don't know what goes on in your house, okay? And I'm sorry if it's difficult for you. I can only try to find ways to maybe try to make it easier and bearable for you. To try to break that light, to say, oh, okay. And your partner gets it and goes, oh, okay, well, now I know what to do, or I could be a little bit more understanding. But yeah, I know I'm going to get the message that says, but you don't know my situation. And the answer to that is, you're right, I don't. So I'm just here to help. It's one of the reasons why I have a channel. Because there's a lot of new people that go through hell and don't understand. And that's what the channel's for. Just not just for new people, but for people who have had Meniere's for a while that might get some education out of what I provide. So, that's why I do it. It's just to try to help, and this is my way of helping. If I see something, I will tend to make a video if it interests me, or if I see a lot of it. And I don't talk about things I don't know, so that's another thing too. But remember, Meniere's disease doesn't just affect one person. It affects everybody in your household. It really does. So on that note, have a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.